It's happening. Hello. Good evening, guys. I don't know. I know it's a little bit late though, so I don't know if anyone's going to be awake. But it's hump day. And I have had some thoughts going through my head, so I thought I'd come online and talk about them. It's a weird topic because I never talk about these things because I'm totally not an expert in these things. Anyway, everyone who knows me knows I'm totally not an expert in dating. But I've just been thinking a lot lately, and I do think that like there's a few common themes that are coming around. And it is a big topic, and I feel like it's like the elephant in the room that everyone talks about. But I'm going to talk about it today. So, hey Brian, you've not even seen what I've got to say yet, and is already saying preach because you know this is going to be a big one. But I'm not going to go in, okay? So no one needs to like run away and hide or anything. No one's going to get baited out on here. It's fine. You're all safe. But yeah, so I've been talking to like friends lately and stuff, and just talking about dating in general. And I feel like, I don't know if anyone else has this same situation. If anyone else is like in the same situation that I am. But I feel like all my friends are either completely single, like couldn't be any further from single, completely like not even anyone on the radar, like completely independent, single, loving life, traveling the world, having the best time, and just doing them, completely like selfish, but in a good way. I like it. I'm one of them people. They're either that, or they are like fully getting engaged, getting married, babies are on the way. Like I'm at this like weird age where it's one extreme to the other. It's so strange. Like there's no in between. There's no one that just kind of like getting there at the moment. It's all like so extreme. And I'm like, I get invited to weddings left, right and centre from like this side of friends. And then this side of friends are like, let's go on holiday, YOLO, let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. There's no like in between like merge. So I do feel like it's a topic that is obviously, I don't think it's just me, even though sometimes it does feel like it's just me, but I don't think it's just me. I think that everyone, it's kind of like this age that we're getting into, you know, late 20s, where everyone's kind of like still trying to cling on to the youngness and be like, I'm still young, like me. Or they're like, right, I'm ready to settle down, like the babies are on the way, the weddings come in, like it's all good. So I just want to talk about why I think that we're in this situation at the moment, because I do feel like it's hard to date. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just not really like totally committing to the dating life, and I will admit it, like I totally do not commit to dating life because I can't be bothered. And dating's hard because, okay, here's the thing with dating, it's so strange because I think, I am young girl, you're right, I am young. I know who I like to spend time with. I love my friends, I love my family, and my time is valuable. So I'm very selective on who I can spend time with, when I'm going to see people, when I'm going to go here, there and everywhere. My diary is always scheduled like quite far in advance. Like I'm not like that spontaneous in that sense. Sometimes I can flip in the odd spontaneous thing. But in general, I know who I want to spend my time with. I know when I'm going to see those people, and I'm good. Like it's fine. The problem is that, do I want to sacrifice the people that I know I love to spend time with, the hours of my day that are so important to me, that I want to spend with the people that I know are going to make me laugh, I know are going to make me smile, I know we could be silly together, my family, like my friends, to spend time with someone who I don't actually know, and I probably will spend a few hours. Oh, hi Sam, thank you. Probably going to spend a few hours sitting with someone who I probably don't really like, and I think I could probably have spent that time doing something really valuable or spending it with someone that I really actually want to spend time with. So I have that battle where I'm like, do I want to, like, I'm like very extreme, guys. No one's going to want to date me after this. But like, I'll literally like weigh up a situation like, I have this many hours available in my week. Do I want to spend this many of those hours with someone I don't know? Or do I want to spend this many hours with that person who I absolutely love and I've not seen her for ages and I think we're really totally overdue a catch-up? So obviously I just do what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? So Taylor, don't even get me started on the dating thing. You know. So anyway, I think that it's harder in our generation because I feel like we're kind of at this weird situation where we're kind of still holding on to that traditional like relationship, like you meet like, you know, your childhood sweetheart and you want to grow up with them and you want to have the fairy tale, but at the same time we are finding that we are independent people and we are individuals and there's so many things we want to achieve by ourselves, so that rather than going into a relationship as one person that you've kind of grown up together and become one, you've gone into a relationship as two completely individual people. You've got so much to bring to the table. So I feel like I don't know, I feel like we're all kind of like going through a few growing pains at the moment. And here I've got some bullet points as to like what I think this is, okay? So first of all, this is step number one, and this is why dating is so much harder now, I believe, than it was like years and years and years ago, like when my grandparents were like meeting each other and staying together for like the whole of their lives. No eye contact, guys. No eye contact. No one makes eye contact, me included. I don't make eye contact in London. I do when I'm in Leicester. I do when I'm like doing other things. But in London, you are constantly fighting to pretend that people don't exist. I know that sounds really weird. Sounds really strange when I say it out loud. But, you know, you were very aware of the fact that you're around hundreds of people, you're all on the tube together, you're bustling past each other, you're all trying to tap your Oyster card, you got your headphones in, you're trying to separate yourself from the world, and, you know, you get on the train, and then you don't want to acknowledge the fact that you're, for 30 minutes of your life, this valuable time I was talking about, 30 minutes of your life on the way to work, you're in an enclosed space, meters and meters and meters and meters underground with people you don't know who you would rather not be around. So, hey Ashley, yeah, you've got to embrace the new experiences. You've got to. So I feel like you're probably not really wanting to kind of like make eye contact with people in that situation. You're not probably going, oh, this is a wonderful, refreshing journey. You know, you're all just kind of like in your own little moment. You're in your zone. That's your time out time. Well, I know for me, that's my time out time. So if I'm on the tube and I know I've got time, I will go onto my phone and I'll write a blog. I love to write, guys. Like, you know, I love to write. I love to read, like all that kind of stuff. So I'll either read a book or I'll write a blog, like some ideas that pop into my head. I'll write it down and then I'll like write that into a blog later on. So that's just how I deal with my time. But because I am one of them people that are not making eye contact and everyone else is not making eye contact and no one is making eye contact, I actually had a situation the other day where I was on my phone, I was writing this blog, and I've been on the train for probably like 20 minutes. And obviously you can feel that there are people around you, like, you know, there's someone sitting next to you, they get up, like whatever. But I literally was totally engrossed in writing this blog. Like I was writing. And then I knew that I was one stop away. And I'm one of them people that always miss my stop because I'll just go, oh, I'll just do a little bit more, look down, look up. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, I've just gone 2 stops past it because I just get so excited in whatever it is that I'm doing. So anyway, sitting on the train, and I'm writing away, and then I realised that I'm 1 stop away, so I'm like, okay, cool. So I like chill out, and that was amazing. Do this, by the way. So I sat down, and then I just started looking around. I was like, just people watching on the train. I'm sure there are people that just people watch all the time. I think it's actually a really good hobby. And it just so happened that I looked next to me, and there was a very, very, very attractive guy sitting right next to me, and he was looking at me like he had been looking at me for a while. Like he was looking at me like, oh, she looked up, kind of thing. And I was like, didn't know what to do. And then the train stopped and then the doors opened, so I get up real quick, I go through the doors and then like get off the train because that was my stop. And then I looked through the window and it was like a film, guys. This is so ridiculous. It was like a film because then he turns his head round and he's like looking through the window of the train, and I'm just like standing on the platform like looking through the window, and then the train just pulls off, and it was just so strange and so bizarre. But I feel like maybe if I was paying a bit more attention and not like totally engrossed in my phone, like, you know, these are the opportunities that probably people meet people, but because there's no eye contact anymore and no one wants to make eye contact, everyone wants to pretend they don't exist, then we kind of miss all these like little cute opportunities that could spring into something else. So that's what I believe is step number one. No one really kind of is paying attention to in the moment as much as what we used to because we didn't have a phone to distract us or whatever. Yeah, no, you're right, Kate. Seriously, dating sucks now. So anyway, another thing, I think that the world is bigger. Now, I don't mean that literally. Obviously, the world hasn't grown. But I do think that if you go back to like our parents' generation and like our grandparents' generation, I don't believe that it was as popular for young people to explore as much as we do now. Obviously, we've got so much more access to like going abroad, different visa programs, different jobs abroad. Like people, I've got friends that work in Dubai, Hong Kong, Korea. Like, you know, there's just different kind of business opportunities for every type of person. You don't have to be a specific type of person with a specific type of degree to get those opportunities anymore. I think it's a lot more accessible. It's a lot more affordable to be able to travel. So I definitely think that because the world is bigger, we've not got that kind of doorstep romance that was probably a little bit more popular before, like in our parents' generation. So before, you found that a lot of people were very like, you're all in the same community. So like a lot of people that like might live in like your hometown, or like if you still live in the hometown, you probably might end up with people that you know, like their family, or you know their sister, or you know someone they work with. So you've got a bit more background, and normally it's that kind of common ground that ends up bringing you together a little bit closer, because you think, oh, actually, like I've grown up in this area for a while, I've known him for a long time, or oh, I've been referred through a friend of a friend because she used to work with him, or whatever. But obviously, because we're in a situation now where people are traveling more and like expanding and like moving to different cities and moving to different countries, you don't have that kind of common ground as much anymore. So it really is very much starting from scratch. You know, obviously there are still people that might recommend a friend and all that kind of stuff, but it's just a little bit harder now because we are a bit more stretched. Like we are traveling a bit further for work, we are probably commuting a bit more for work now. We're not just working, you know, within walking distance of our houses as often as what we probably used to. So it is very, very different in that sense. And I think that because the world is bigger, that then leads me on to the next point, which is basically there being so much choice and so many options. And, you know, what country am I going to live in? Where's this person going to be based? What kind of person are going to be? Am I going to go older, younger? Like all these different questions that you ask yourself, that you kind of just freeze like a rabbit caught in headlights and don't do anything. And then everyone just stays single. And it's like, oh, what do I do next? But I'm going to go on to that in a second. I also think that, I don't know, I'm probably just really generalising. Maybe this is just me. But I do think that a lot of people don't know exactly what they want. I think a lot of people know what they don't want. I'm very clear on what I don't want. But I wouldn't say that I know exactly what I want. But I don't think that you should know exactly what you want, because a lot of people that I meet, I was talking to someone last week actually, when I was in Putney, and they were saying that they had like a full-on like list of like all the requirements that they wanted their husband to have and everything, and then they ended up meeting their husband and he literally didn't tick any of the single boxes that she had. So I do think there's an element of you might not ever really know what you want, but I do think that because we think we know what we want, we kind of, we don't see it, we're just a little bit more closed off to new opportunities in that way. So it's almost probably better not to know what you want, and just kind of go for a little bit. It's a bit more like a skydive situation, something like that. So I do think that, and I definitely think that for me, I think that dates put me off the whole dating situation. And, you know, I love to meet new people, I love to make friends, all that kind of stuff. But being in an awkward situation on an awkward date, it is enough to make me not want to date, because it just puts me off and I'm like, I don't want to do that again. That wasn't fun. So I had a date like not too long ago actually. This is actually kind of hilarious, but he's probably watching this, so I'm not gonna like go into detail on the situation. But anyway, I went on a date recently, and I don't know, because I know the kind of things that I like to do, and I know what my hobbies are, and I like to make conversation or whatever. And obviously it's interesting for me to find out what other people's hobbies are and what other people like, and like what makes them light up and what their passions are and all that kind of stuff. So as part of a conversation, I wasn't like questioning this guy or like testing him or anything. I was just asking a normal conversation. Well, what I thought was a normal conversation. But not everyone has the situations. Anyway, I was having a normal conversation, and I said, so what is it that you like love to do then? I was like, what's your thing? Like, what do you enjoy doing? What are your hobbies? I didn't ask all those questions, but I can't remember how I phrased it, but one of those questions in a generic sort of way. Yeah, no, you're right, Stacey. I'm getting to the Tinder bit. Don't you worry. Tinder's coming. But yeah, so anyway, so having a conversation, I'm like, what is it that you like to do? Like, what do you do for fun? And he thought about it for ages, right? And not that that's a bad thing. Obviously, you're entitled to think. But I know what I like. I don't really have to think about it. But he thought about it for ages. So I thought, oh, this is going to be good. Like, I'm excited. Like, what does he like to do? So I'm like waiting. And he's just like, you know what? He's like, there's so many things I like to do. But to be honest, I think it would be having sex. Guys, I'm not even, I wish I was joking. I'm 100% serious. He said his hobby was having sex. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, oh, okay, great. And I just thought, no, Melissa, I am so serious. I'm so serious. And I was like, wait, maybe I didn't hear it right. No, I heard it right. He did. He actually did. That is what he said. Safe to say I've not seen him again since. Oh, Melissa. That was his hobby, babes. He actually said that. And I was like, wow. I was like, this dating scene is not what I was expecting. I was like, where's my Disney princess fairy tale? Because this this is not in Tangled. Like, I don't remember that scene. Oh, Richard, you missed it. Okay, right. The hobby was, so I asked him what his hobby was, blah, blah, blah. And he said his hobby was having sex. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of the date. So then because of obviously like, not saying that like that one person's put me off, but like, it just makes me think I don't want to. Shabazz. Shabazz just says, disaster. I would have said on that note, good day, sir. And you would as well. I know you would have. I know you would have. And I was like, what am I going to do? But guys, you know I'm a foodie, and I was like, the food was right in front of me. I couldn't leave, so I had to complete the day as normal. But it was very interesting, and I don't know, guys. I think it's a minefield out there. It's not easy. So any of you guys that are in like a situation where you found the one and you're settled, like you are so good, like you're so lucky. Hold on to that, don't let it go, because this dating world, it's not the one, guys. It's not the one. So that was an interesting situation. Also, social media, I love social media, but also I think it is one of the things that affects the choices thing that I was talking about. So I think that everyone has too many choices. They know there's always probably, well, they don't know, but they think there's always something better. Tinder, you know, I can't really shout about it. Yeah, no, Yasmin, it really ain't the one. But I can't really say anything bad about Tinder, only because I have one friend who I absolutely love to pieces. I was a bridesmaid in her wedding, who met her husband on Tinder, and they are the most perfect couple for each other that you've ever seen in your whole entire life. I can't imagine her getting married to anyone else. I can't imagine her being with anyone else. They are absolutely perfect for each other. So I think that is one of those little Tinderella love stories. I don't think they come around very often, but obviously it is. I do think it's played a massive part in obviously them two finding each other. So I can't really like diss it completely, but I think that the concept of it is tough, because you've got, I mean, what do we lose our attention span in like less than 3 seconds? So yeah, no, Yasmin, please don't comment on your dating experiences, my lord. I did say Tinderella. But yeah, you know, so I do think that some good can come out of it. However, unfortunately, I think obviously we all know what it is. It's a very shallow sort of entrance into dating. It's very quick. You know, the dating cycle happens a lot quicker than it probably would in traditional dating. And it can make people feel very insecure, you know, like, if you don't get a match or whatever, it's just very focused on looks. It's, yeah, like you say, Kate, it's not focused on personality. You don't really get the opportunity to see anyone's personality. You might match with people and then you never hear from them ever again, because it is just a fun game to people. I know for a fact that people have grabbed my phone and just gone, meh, and then I've like deleted Tinder for 6 months. So like, obviously, you know, nothing serious ever came of that. What was that? Grindamodo? Was that meant to be Quasimodo? So I think that obviously has a bit of an effect on it, because everything happens so much quicker now, and people have high expectations for what they're going to get, not in a good way, like in a bad way. Like, you know, if you're not going to give it up, and you're on Tinder trying to go on a date and you're not going to do it, but then the next girl that you swipe is his, then you've lost your spot, guys. Do you know what I mean? I just think that it's very unfortunate, and it's very hard. It makes it hard for people. So I think that too much choice is definitely a big thing. The thing is, right, so normally when I come on and do a video, I like to kind of give a bit of experience, give a bit of advice, and then kind of leave you with like a solution. But guys, I need help. There's no solution. I have no solution. So I don't know if any of you guys have the solution for like dating and what improvements it needs, because I feel like we've almost gone too far for it to kind of be brought back to normal. Dating in the 21st century is hard. It's really hard. We should make tofu for sure. That's advice I can give you. But what I would definitely say is that I'm still, even through all of this difficult 21st dating life, I'm still a hopeless romantic. I still want my fairy tale. But obviously I just think it would be a modern day fairy tale as opposed to the traditional fairy tale, which I'm fine with. But you know, I still got hope. I've still got high hopes. And I think that the people are out there, but you've just kind of got to sift through. It's just there's a lot more crap out there as well. So it's a lot harder to kind of get to where you need to get to. Some people really like dating. I've got friends that are like proper serial daters, like love to date, love to meet new people. And then I guess it's probably better because it sets them up a little bit, because they date more. So it means they've got a bit more experience in what they like and what they don't like, and what they, you know, they've got a bit more experience. Whereas me, because I don't date, like, I don't know what I want and I don't know what I don't want sometimes. So I feel like I'm like rabbit caught in headlights, like a little bit frozen. So yeah, so if any of you guys, Richard, I can't, Grinderella, are you serious? But yeah, you know, I think that, yeah, we all need to help each other out. We've got to stick together in this century, guys, because, you know, we don't want the whole human race to just dissipate because no one's going on dates anymore. You know, we definitely need to kind of make sure that we've still got that romantic theme going, and we're not meeting people that's hobbies are having sex and that's it, and that's what defines them. You know, we need to meet people that are a bit more on the same page. And even though we have these awkward dating experiences, you know, it's definitely still important to stay hopeful. And for example, for me, definitely occasionally look up from my phone and not be focused on, you know, the future, and just be a bit more focused on the present moment, I suppose, and be a bit more in the moment. Stacey, mate, I tell you all the time, let me blind date you. You won't let me, don't know why. What do you mean you don't know why, Stacey? I won't let you blind date me because all the dates are horrific. I don't know if I like dates. We should go speed dating though. That would be quite hilarious. It's like Tinder but not on the phone. Swipe, swipe, swipe. But yeah, so I don't know if anyone has any suggests, ideas, help, programs, anything to help people that want to date in the 21st century, please comment below, because everyone is stuck. No one knows what's going on. No one knows what to do. We're all kind of a bit helpless at the minute. So help us out. Dave went on a date and the girl basically came in her pajamas. Yeah, but what kind of pajamas were they? Because if it was me, they'd probably be like not very good pajamas. Stacey, no, me and Aisha went, can't say on here, I'll voice note you. Oh my God, that's when you know it's good. She can't even tell me on here. Pajama party, yay! So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do a pajama party dating event. Invite your friends, bring a bottle, and we'll see. Bring your finest prospects. No, but seriously, guys, we seriously need help in the 21st century. So if anyone knows, please let us know. Anyway, guys, have an amazing evening. I'm so sorry that on this topic, I cannot help you. I'm so sorry that on this topic, no one can help you. We're doomed for life. So if you've already got the relationship going, it's good. If you're in that weird situation at the moment, then yeah, good luck. It's a hard word out there, guys. Anyway, have a good evening and good luck on the dating life. Bye, guys. It's a wrap.